In this video, we're going to tackle this question. So have a quick read. So let's tackle the question now. So we've been given this this function here. This function here is given by this thing here, and we're asked to find out the value of p. We're asked to find out the value of p and q here. So so looking at this bit here, if I were to give you, let's say, y equals, let's say, x minus 2 and x, let's say, plus 5. Now, by looking at this, if you put a positive 2 into the x here, then this bubble here, because at the moment you've got one bubble multiplying another bubble. If you put a positive 2 into here, this bubble here would be 0. 0 times whatever here, the whole thing would be 0. So you know that at positive 2, the y value would be 0. The y value here would be 0. If you put a negative 5 into the x, then the whole thing will be 0, meaning it will cross here, negative 5. So you know the graph will look something like this. Now going back to here. At the moment you've got one bubble multiplying another bubble. If you put a negative 3 into the middle bubble, if you put a negative 3 into this x here, then the middle bubble will be 0. And then you've got an a here, and then you've got this. Well, you got 0 times this thing, and then times this thing. The whole thing will be 0. The point is that if you put a negative 3 into the x here, then the whole thing would be 0. So at negative 3, the value of y will be 0. And then if you put a positive 1 into this bit here, then the whole thing here will be 0. So this must be positive 1. So the answer here, p equals negative 3, and q here equals positive 1. Q equals positive 1. Okay, so that's the first part done. Now we've got to find out the value of a here. We've got to find out the value of a. Well, to find the value of a, we've got to look at this point here. So hang on, let me think. So at the moment we've got g of x equals a, and then x plus 3, and then x minus 1. Now here x equals 0 right here. So when you put 0 into the x, it will jump to here. So when you put 0 into here and 0 into here, it will give you this. It will give you a, and then, well, if you put 0 into the x here, this will become 3, and then put 0 into here, this will become negative 1. So you times negative 1. So tidy this up. And then, well, if you put 0 into here and into here, then the y value will be 6. So this thing here. So if you put 0 into here and into here, then this whole thing here will be 6. Because if you put 0 into the function, it will jump to the 6. So this must be 6. So now tidy this up. This will be negative 3a equals 6. So a must be 6. Divide both sides by negative 3, and then this will become negative 2. So a is negative 2. Okay, I will continue in the next video.